I began the book as little two-page love letters to my kids.
Yep.
I'm an older father, or you can subtract the I'm an old father.
Right.
And
First son born at 58?
56, I think.
Pardon me.
I could be wrong.
I was trying to do the math at various points
Yeah,
in this, and I just
calculus
stopped
and
because I went into journalism not to do math, so I thought, don't do it. But mid-50s. And you're in your
late to mid, somewhere
mid-50s.
in there.
And you're in your mid-70s now.
Right. And I wanted to leave behind for my kids what I wish my own father had left for me, some messages that I could pick up as a middle-aged or older guy and read something that my dad had left for me, maybe a message of love or of instruction or an admonishment. And I, as an older father, I felt that squeeze of mortality that I felt years before in Vietnam. And the book was written not to be a book at first, just for the kids, and gradually pages accumulated. And my wife and my children would talk about this. And at one point, my younger kid, his name is Tad, suggested, he said to me, will this ever really be a book? And I said, well, sometimes they end up in trash cans, and sometimes, as many of mine have, just thrown away. So I said, maybe, and he said, well, call it what it is. Call it your maybe book. He said, tell the truth for a change.
Right, yeah. Well, it's
because I've been writing novels all this time.
Well, that's right. It's truth in advertising, right? It was your maybe book, but it actually turned out to be an actual thing. It is as you describe it. It is a series of short and longer letters, almost in chapter form, to your sons who are now how old?
16 and 14.
16 and 14. But as you say, you started out as an older father, conscious of the fact that as they got older, the way these things work, you're going to get older. And when they hit an age where it would be time for them to really get to know you as a person, you would hopefully still be with them, but at least would be much older, and probably a good idea to commit this stuff to paper now for all time.
Yeah, there's a line in the book that when my children get to know me, they will know an old man.
They'll know an old man, right, yeah.
And they're there now, in a way. I'm 73 today. It's my birthday.
Today's your birthday, as we sit here. Actually, if you look in that cup, there's cake, actually.
I thought this was rum.
It seemed kind of lumpy, right. Happy birthday
Thank
to you.
you.
Happy birthday to you.
It's like celebrating a hernia, however.
Being that age?
You get to be that old.
Yeah, right. But the idea of having kids at that age, at the age that you did, is still unusual. People still have kids at a much earlier age, but you live in a city, Austin, Texas, that is like the People's Republic of Peter Pan syndrome, right?
It is, yes.
I mean, this is not the most unusual phenomenon where you live,
right?
But in most places, deciding to have a kid at that age, there are grandparents at your age.
Oh, I know. All of my own children's friends have parents who are at least a full generation younger than I am.
Separate. All
of them. Beyond, there may be one exception, who in fact might be in this room right now with us. But aside from that person, so they're conscious of my gray hair and my hearing problems, to the point at which maybe 5 years ago, when he was 9 or so, 10, my older son, Timmy, began coming crying to me at night, saying, you're old and you're going to die, and I mean really crying.
Yeah.
Night after night, he couldn't get it out of his head. And I couldn't lie to him, and the best I could do was say, yeah, I know. And not much beyond that. And the book, in a way, is a way of dealing with something which on the surface may seem morbid to people, consciousness of the finality of our own lives.
Yep.
But to me, it's not in the least morbid. It's part of the human experience, life, and death.